Hello, my fellow weirdos. Ashley here once again to have a nice little chit chat with you guys. So, today I'm not going to be talking about any tips and tricks today because I wanted to share with you guys some more personal stuff. So I feel like I need to explain why I say hello, my fellow weirdos, and call you weird all the time. When I was in high school, I struggled with really bad depression because all the kids around my age, they didn't really talk to me because I wasn't very much like them, and not like in the "oh, I'm so cool" type of deal. No, I was a nerd in high school. Okay, as you can see behind me, it's like I was into Star Wars, Disney. I was into Green Arrow. That's actually Green Arrow right there. And Kingdom Hearts. I was into all kinds of things, while everyone else that I was able to hang out with were, all the girls wanted to talk about boys and makeup, and they were really sporty, and I'm not into sports. And they actually went to brick and mortar schools while I did my school entirely online. It was like there wasn't much I had in common, so people just talked to me less and less, and I was alone more and more at all of these functions, these things I was able to go to that had kids my own age. So it was like I was weekly, almost twice a week, going to these places and just being in the corner by myself, and no one would talk to me. Like if someone said hi to me, it was a miracle. So I had really bad depression because I thought there was something wrong with me. It had to be me. And it took several years of me struggling with it to finally realize that I am different. I am weird. And it's okay. So I started, looking at the things that I'm into and all of my quirks and stuff, and started really working to look at it as a good thing and to start believing in myself again. And then soon enough, over time, I was actually able to overcome my depression, and now it's like I'm truly this happy, bubbly person, and I'm not wearing the mask anymore, and it's great. It's like what I am on the outside is what I am on the inside now too, and it's wonderful. So it's like that's why it's like I call you guys my weirdos. I call you weird because it's like we're all weird. We all have our quirks, and it's like I truly believe the key to happiness is to realize what those are and just embrace it. Make it a good thing, That's just my personal opinion. So now we're going to be getting into my story and how I got into the craziness of essential oils. So I briefly went over specifically with lavender. So we're going to go back a little ways from that. And it's in high school, in the middle of me dealing with my depression. My mom was actually diagnosed with congestive heart failure. And I was having to juggle doing schoolwork while taking care of her because she couldn't do a lot of things herself. So it was like she barely had the strength to get up and go to the bathroom. So it was like anything else, it was like I had to go get it. And it was like I was having to make sure she was eating on time because she was hypoglycemic, and a whole bunch of other things. It was like I was Nurse Ashley in the midst of all this chaos. And the doctors, they managed to save her life, and she was taking meds to keep her heart working and pumping like it should. But she was still in this constant state of exhaustion. So it was like we were still having to look after her because she didn't have the strength to take care of herself. she still had that problem. It wasn't as strong as before, but it was still a problem. And then, about, I think, 5 years later, she found DoTERRA. And at first she didn't believe in it, but she experimented, because that's just what she does. She experiments with things. She loves it. And she realized that they were starting to work for her, for different things, like different problems she was having that were working. And as she was using them constantly, she was using them daily, she was taking the Lifelong Vitality supplements, she had a whole bunch of different oils she was using every single day. Like, I don't even know how. If I did a video on that, we'd be talking about for like 2 hours of her routine. She had so much that she did. And over time, she started to get her strength back, and she started getting her energy back, and she could actually do stuff again. And it was beautiful. So it's like, I don't really distinguish. I don't go, oh, modern medicine bad. It is bad. You need to go all natural. No, I am a strong believer that you need to use both. They're both there at your disposal for a reason, so you need to use both. So it's like, the way I look at it is, the doctors and nurses, they saved her life. The essential oils gave her life. So, let's see here. So then after my lavender experience, where she had me try lavender to help me actually get some sleep, because I was actually sleeping again, I was able to recover from my really bad cold. And after that, I decided that I would just use the oils and enjoy them for what they're worth, and just, they're a lot of fun. And then she and my dad introduced me to doTERRA's Healing Hands Foundation. And that was when I figured out that I can't just simply use the oils. I have to be more involved. So doTERRA Healing Hands Foundation, it's a nonprofit organization that goes around the world to help people who can't help themselves. So they partner with other organizations to get the job done. So they help people in third world countries. They help them get schools. They help them get hospitals, wells, running water, whatever it is they need. They help them get it. They also educate. They also work with Days for Girls to educate these women in third world countries about their bodies, and how that time of the month is not something to be ashamed of. Because in a lot of these third world countries, when it's that time of the month, women are taught that they are impure, and they have to go into hiding until it's over, basically. So they go and they educate people on that. They also partner with Operation Underground Railroad. So that group actually specialize in going around the world and saving children from human trafficking. So they said there's about 2 million. I think they said 2 million kids all around the world that are trapped in human trafficking. They're used for sex, organ harvesting, slave labor, like you name it, they're being used for this. And so they go around and they try to not only find and rescue these children, but find the bad guys and make sure that they stay locked up so they can't hurt anyone again. So I am a huge believer in them. So in the description below, I will have the link to their YouTube channels for Healing Hands, Days for Girls, Operation Underground Railroad. So you can look into them for yourselves and you can see what you think for yourself. But this is what I have for you today. It's pretty long and very emotional. I actually cried a few times. But yeah, you guys have a nice day. I will see you guys another time, and until then, keep being your awesomely weird selves. Bye.